Good morning. So I promised that I would come on and just show you a few knee strengthening exercises for those of you that are having a few problems for various reasons. Now, everyone's complaints are different. I don't know the ins and outs of your individual knee injuries, so just well, I probably do, but just in case anyone else is watching this. But just the key to strengthening your knee is to strengthen the muscles all around safely. So you want to strengthen your quad muscles so that they can continue to support your knees. And it all depends on your range of movement. What's wrong? Can you weight bear? Can you not? So some of these exercises might appear really basic, but I am going to start straight from the beginning. So to start with, we want to increase the range of movements, the flexion in the knee. So this is a really good one. If so literally just sitting upright, always nice posture, chest open, and just swinging that leg, using control, not just like letting it swing. Nice. I mean, you can, but just you want to work those quads as well. So just using your mind to flex those muscles. Now, if your foot is scraping the floor of your chair, then just roll up a blanket or a towel and tuck it under, just to raise that knee up and carry on with that flexion. So you want to get it as high as you can, so get the range of movement in that knee. But any pain, so it's a funny one because obviously it probably is going to feel uncomfortable because you are strengthening it and you are working it, and it is obviously vulnerable. So you don't want to make it any worse, but you have got to accept that there is going to be a little bit of discomfort when you start working out. And providing you've got no infection in there, no fractures, no anything that the doctor's told you do not exercise, then go ahead and do this. But if you feel that they are making it worse, then stop. Now, if this one does really hurt, what you can do is you could get some cheap ankle weights and just literally just hang them on your feet. Or, I know this sounds really funny, but your heaviest shoes, so some really heavy boots, and just put a heavy boot on there and just let it, like a pendulum, just kind of swing and just build up that strength in that knee. So they are just really good ones to try. So here and here. And if you wanted to, I suppose you could add in, once you've built up a bit of strength, you could add in a resistance band and strengthen it even more. So by adding a little bit of weight into that, stretch it up. So good. So they are a couple of seated exercises. Again, you could also, I was going to show you this on the wall, but you could do this seated as well if you really were feeling a bit unsteady with that knee. So you could sit on the edge of your chair, bring your resistance band. Resistance bands are amazing. I am going to do more workouts with these. I do use them quite a lot. Keep that tummy nice, belly button, spine, chest open, and just opening those knees. So working those inner thighs, working the quads, and strengthening all the muscles around those knees. Okay, so that is my seated element. So you can get rid of your chair for a minute. I'm going to just move this behind. And then again with the resistance bands, take them down to your ankles. So again, if you need to, if you've got a timber stick at home, you could use that to support you. But we are literally just going to take some baby steps and start to strengthen the inner thighs and the quads and basically all the muscles in the legs. So you could start side by side and then you could work your way diagonal and then back. So just moving all around the place. So we want to aim for like 30 reps of each exercise, so 30 of the swings, 30 of the open knees, and then maybe 30 steps here, 30 steps diagonal. That would be a good workout to start with. And then we can do some leg raises. So you might need to use the wall for this one. So get some support, belly button in. Get some, like a little bit of a bounce in the knees, so a bit of a bend, so they're not like locked in, a nice bend, and then Piloxing style, start to open up using that resistance band. Now, if it's too much with the resistance band, just do it without to start with, build it up. It's all individual. 30 on that side, 30 on this side, going up as high as you can. Try not to lean, use those legs, use that bottom. It will start to bring in the hips as well and the core, because you're using stability and strengthening everything else. And then if you need to, use the wall. Also start to take it back, so working underneath that glute, and again strengthening up the knees. 30 on that side, 30. You might want to do 10, 10 and then go back and 10, 10. 30 in a row might just be a little bit too much. Then I want you to take the band up above your knees, across your thighs. The print on the side of this trouser does not react well to the band. And then we're going to do the exact same exercises, so the 30 steps, but we're going to tone across here now. So my suggestion is that you buy a set of bands that go from light to extra heavy, and then you work your way through the resistances until you feel like your knee is strong enough to join in with some classes. So side to side, diagonal again, back, and then out, nice and strong here. And then again, if you feel like you're not comfortable with lifting onto one leg, you could substitute it, the support, by using this to support you. So you take your weight on your hand and then over, and then obviously back and then back, and then you could build up to a wall sit. So the same as we did there. So you might want to use the chair just to help you down, so you're supporting your knee, and then holding here, strengthening those thighs, and then you could add an open and close with the resistance band. Also, in class, I always say, if you've got dodgy knees, don't do the lunges. Now, lunges are not always bad for knees. The only reason I would say that is because if we're in the middle of a class, I don't have the time to stop you and correct you and spend the time with you. But lunges and squats are really, really, really good for strengthening up your legs, and are really good for bad knees, only if they're done properly. Now, use the resistance band, keeps your hips nice and what's the word? Narrow. So rather than being out, we're keeping them nice and supported. Feet hip width apart. Key to this is all of the weight is in the heels. Toes are wiggly. You can wiggle them up and down. You literally, we're going to go small. So just small, bottom out and then up. If you feel any like proper pain, don't go that deep. But we do want to strengthen the thighs. So if you put your hands there, you can feel those thighs working. And just drop slightly. You might want to just hover above the chair, so you know you're not going down too low. So you could just be here and then up. Just listening to your knees and your body and making sure you're not doing anything that's going to injure it. Same with a lunge. Now, we do two types of lunges. We do the full lunge where we go back and then we can go straight to the floor. Or the lunge that I like to teach, stability lunge. The only reason I like to teach this is because it's really good for the pelvic floor and protects it. And obviously, I'm all about the pelvic floor. So back heel is up, knee underneath hip, hip underneath shoulders, and then we're just going to drop slightly. So you could do this with or without the band. I would start without and then work your way up. So back heel up. That front foot is screwed to the floor, but you're not going to slide your knee over. It is just a drop of that back knee slightly. So literally just a drop and then up. So that knee is pretty much not moving. Belly button to spine and then change. So the way some people think, oh yeah, but that's not doing anything. Really like picture that squeeze of that back thigh. So try imagining in your mind that you're squeezing that thigh slim. And then you'll feel that burn quite quickly. So it is a good exercise. So just making sure that you do 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, and perhaps building up to 30 reps of each exercise. And let me know how you get on with that. This is not a bad exercise for any of us to do. We do a lot of star jumps, lunges, squats, lots of jumping. This is a really good one, perhaps to do once a week or even more, and for all of us to get our knees nice and strong. And then tonight I'm doing aero hit, which is normally jumpy, but it isn't going to be. It is going to be non-jumping. Still going to get your heart rate up, still going to get a sweat on, still going to burn loads of calories, but no jumping, no impact on those knees. So just to prove to you that you don't have to jump to get sweaty. Right, have a lovely day. I hope that's helped. Let me know if it hasn't or if it has. I've started on a medium resistance band, but you could start on a light. The light is very light, so it depends on how weak your knee is. But yeah, let me know how you get on. And if you need any resistance bands, let me know and I can get them sent out to you. They are next day delivery, so I can just get them sent. We are using them in our postnatal workout too. Have a lovely day. See you later.